Hello, welcome to NiRiain here. Today we're gonna take a look at Scald, Poliwrath, and Ultra League. And yeah, you just saw a Bastion. I was also confused, and I was also confused about this play there. I tried to go for the weather ball, but hey, Team Peter, I have to see it there, and this game gonna be really difficult now. This game, which I played, was actually the first game with this team, was I think at like 4:30 at the night or something. I was completely tired. That was also the only game that I played this. After playing this, I thought, oh god, I did so many mistakes there. I was like so bad in the game. I stopped playing, which was the right decision here. But yeah, we might just lose against stupid Bastion. Oopsie. Yay. Yeah. But yeah, very, very, very cool facing a Bastion and actually hardcovering my opponent and maybe even losing here. That'll be interesting. We can go for a crunch here, we can swap out here. But we have some extra energy, my opponent tries to catch and didn't work out for him, and like this we can win because we can just double up on the moves and then gonna win with that. But yeah, that was really way more scary than it should have been, but yeah, I was just completely tired at this point. But yeah, we have the Drapion as a stage swap here, we have the Ninetales in the back, and we have our Poliwrath in the lead, and we're facing a Lugia, which was cool. And yeah, I played I think 4 sets with that. I basically cut out a lot of games where I just completely hard counted, had no chance, because like, okay, cool, I can show you that, but where's like the actual excitement there? Like I had a lot of games where I just completely got hard counted. There was nothing I could have done at all. They were also just completely nothing. Always like Jazz in lead, G-Fisk in the back. Nothing I can do there really. And yeah, I cut out of a lot of them. So if you see more wins here than losses, I think it was kind of equal. I don't think I lost a lot or anything like this, but I definitely lost more than in this video, and I'm always honest with that. You just like most of those matchups are really not fun to watch, I would say, because it was just like complete hard counter. Like there's literally nothing you can do. So I think maybe this team comp is not the best for the current league, and that's not because the team comp in general is bad. I think the team comp in general is really good, because like the main idea was, okay, you have the Poliwrath in the lead, you can basically KO all the G-Fisk with that, and you most likely get that out with the Drapion, and then you can basically have free roam out there like with your alone Ninetales in the back with a charm. But yeah, we just had a lot of times where we just completely got hard counted, but we also had a lot of times where my opponents like play complete spice. It was really cool, to be honest. A big problem for this team is this Crobat, unless you're gonna face it against the Drapion. Like if you face it on the lead or on the back, Crobat is really, really strong against my team, and I faced Crobat a lot of times, like so often. And yeah, that was not the best thing. Other than that, is Poliwrath really good? To be honest, I played Poliwrath in the Great League in the beginning of the season, and I thought like, okay, this thing is amazing. The addition of Scald brings him so much more potential in the Great League meta, and I really enjoyed playing with Poliwrath in Great League, to be honest. I had a really cool Shadow one there. Now playing this thing in the Ultra League, where it's usually in terms of bulk would be like a bit more suited. That meanwhile, like I don't have an XL Poliwrath here, I only have the normal Poliwrath. As you see with the IV, same with the Drapion. Like if you have an XL Drapion, it's definitely better. I actually have a rank 1 not XL yet, of course, but I have a rank 1 Drapion Shadow for Ultra League, which I'm definitely gonna build in the future. I already have like some XL kidney for that, but yeah, not this season most likely. Maybe next season I'm gonna be able to use the thing probably. Most likely also because you're gonna get the thing in events, I would guess, in the near future. Like most of the time you have like dark types events during Halloween, and at least the evolution is dark type. Maybe they're gonna put this little Scorpion back in the move pool, but it's a Poliwrath good in Ultra League. I mean, you can counter stuff like Scrafty, you can counter stuff like the Stunfisk. But I would say no. I would say it's not really worth it right now. Maybe if you have XL, it's a bit better. Maybe if you have a Shadow XL, it's a bit better. But like this, I would not really recommend you running this. And this is my honest opinion about that. And yeah, it was not the worst, but it was definitely not the best. Definitely seemed like it had more play in the Great League than in Ultra League right now. I think this thing might be really good when we have the Ultra League without XLs again, which we're gonna have this season. I'm definitely gonna try it out again there, because this one does not have XLs. Sadly, my Drapion, I think, has XLs now. I think it had only like 2440 CP before, and I gave him like 2 power-ups, so cannot really use that anymore. But yeah, this thing I didn't give a single power-up after that. I already had that from early on when we had the Ultra League without XLs in the beginning, like when XLs were the thing. So I still had that thing laying around. But yeah, I would not recommend you investing in this thing rather than invest in a Poly Toad. Definitely way better than this thing, sadly. Even though Scored is a cool move, it just doesn't have the impact here because the meta is just a bit lame. I think it was also only really good in Remix Cup because of the bans in there, because against like Azu you usually don't really have a chance with that thing either. Or like a lot of stuff is banned in Great League, which you don't really want to face with the Poliwrath anyway. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have more play during the Ultra League Premier Classic Cup. Yeah, I just want to Premier Remix would be also very interesting. I'm actually really excited that we're gonna get that back. I hope we have in the future have like for every league at every time a cup where you don't need XLs. I think that is like the only way for Pokemon Go to basically be friendly to people who don't have like XLs or like who just want to start with that. If you ever want to have Pokemon Go PvP being esports, of course people laugh at me now because the game is completely broken. Of course you have to fix that first. But if you ever want to have that basically as an esport or like anything major, I think you have to have always a league open that is friendly for beginners, because otherwise you will just not attract other people to play this game for this reason. If you have to grind to level, I don't know, level 51st or something to get all the XLs, it's just not gonna happen. So yeah, I hope that they're gonna keep the trend going in the future where they have leagues without XLs again for every time. That would be really nice. Because also like I made a poll on YouTube here right now, and 33% of the people who voted there said that they're gonna take a break during Ultra League right now, just because they don't have the XLs. And yeah, sadly XLs are really mandatory. Also, like people ask me for non-XL teams again. If you want to look into that, I have like 2 or 3 built from last season. They're still gonna be exactly the same in terms of like value, worth, and in general, like it's definitely all still super usable, which I built there. So I would recommend you taking a look into that. Other than that, I'm most likely gonna do some new ones at the second half of the Ultra League session. Maybe a bit earlier, maybe at the weekend. But I still have a lot of stuff to feature as well before. And yeah, I have to take a look when I can basically push in the non-XL teams, which is always a bit tricky to build in the first place. And I don't really want to play the exact same team I already showcased before. Maybe we take a look again at one of them, but most likely not at 2. Here we have Charizard against us, also very interesting Pokemon. I think Charizard is one of the non-XL Pokemon that are kind of on the radar, but I think you kind of want the Wing Attack move, just because of stuff like Scrafty. In general, like having Flying type coverage is pretty decent. Escav is most likely the best non-XL Pokemon if you want like any Pokemon that's really good without any XLs, like go for Escavalier. It's just basically a core breaker for the whole meta core. Other than Jellicent, it basically has nothing to fear there. You can break the Alone Ninetales, you can break the G-Fisk, you can break the Scrafty. Also against Rogalgy you have coverage. It's actually really good. I think Escav is one of the best Pokemon in the current meta. Most likely would build another team around that thing if I would make a new XL list team. So definitely invest into Escav. Gonna be also really good in the Premier, what's it called? I forgot the name again. Premier Classic. God, so many different names. We have Remix, we have Classic. What do we gonna get next? Premier. It's just like, all those different things. And we have now a little jungle cup coming up. Actually, like, do you really want like analysis video for a little jungle cup? I'm kind of like off for that. Like, I really don't want to do that. I just really don't want to do that. Yeah. I most likely, when we're gonna have a jungle cup, I'm most likely gonna play most of the time in Master League. I don't have a lot of features there as well. I need more Stardust. It's gonna be difficult. I need way more Stardust right now. Still have to build a Lugia, still have to build Yveltal, still have to build a Darkrai. Gonna be a bit difficult there. I need way more stuff for the level 40 league. I also need to build Zamazenta for Masters. Zamazenta is also most likely something I kind of want to take a look in Remix Cup, because I think it has a lot of potential if you don't face Charm users with that thing. Maybe it's a good lead, because you can beat Jelson, you can beat the Jeeves, you can beat most likely Scrafties. In general, like Zamazenta has a good good play in this current meta as well. And I have one build anyway for last time when we had it coming out for Open Ultra, so maybe I can take a look at Zamazenta again in the Remix Cup. Yeah, I like it's so difficult for me right now to get all those cups in there. Like, what the fuck? We have too many cups. Here we have Mewtwo against us. Mewtwo is a bit... it's actually okay. Our backline is fine against Mewtwo. I also would like to have Armored Mewtwo. Do you have Armored Mewtwo? I mean, I have like 2 lying around, but they're all pretty bad IV. If I would power them up, I could power them up. I don't think it matters too much. But I don't know. I have to see. Maybe I power one up. But I only have like, I don't know, 350k Stardust right now, so not a lot. I powered up a lot of things already. I powered up the Hero Crosswell this time, which you already see the video. It's already out while I'm recording this. So I powered up Ferrothorn, which I'm definitely going to make a video on. And I poured up something else, which I definitely want to make a video on as well, to see how I do that. But yeah, I'm gonna run more spice as well, because it's early on in the season. Like right now, people, please don't really take that too crazy with the Elo game and stuff like this. Right now, we don't even have one legend yet. Doesn't really matter if you hit it right now or if you hit it later. It's just like, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Don't take it too serious. Like, if you have a bad day or bad set, like just like keep going. It doesn't really matter. I also have bad sets right now because I play random stuff just to test it out, so you don't have to test it out. But I have my fun with that, and that's basically all that matters to me. And that's all that really matters. I don't really take... Oh, he actually made a mistake. If I caught that... Oh, never mind. Did you see it? Did you see it? Did you see it already? How did this KO? And then I looked at the top. 1499 CP Gaventula? I was like, oh, I lost this game now because I didn't catch the Schiller Ball on my Poly. And then it's 1499 CP Gaventula. I just couldn't believe it. Here against Gyarados, we actually are having a pretty decent matchup with the Ninetales. I'm not gonna throw a single charge move at this thing. I would just rather keep my charge moves alive and just farm all the way down. We can take 3 Awkward Tails easily. And we're gonna see. You're gonna come back into the Stunfisk. I kind of want to save my charge move here, so I'm just gonna swap out here. And he has an Escav. And this is pretty decent that we swapped into this thing now, because, yeah, you know, Escav is pretty decent against the backline as well, so I'm fine having this against this thing. And we got the attack drop already. And yeah, this game comes down to a snipe at the end, I can tell you that already. But yeah, like the game, sometimes very, very messy. I can go for this gold here, it might get the debuff, it gets the debuff again. I tried to catch the move here, that would be huge, but I can't. He goes back into the Stunfisk, I really needed to catch that. But I can actually, if I get to 2 crunches here, I'm fine. And I'm gonna be able to get to 2. And the 2 crunches allow me basically to KO him with my Ninetales now, which has a move stored. I have to wait out the clock here. And my only goal is here now to KO this thing, get into my Poliwrath while my opponent tries to go for a quick move and snipe him. And you see, my Poliwrath did an extra quick move instead of throwing the charge move and loses the game because of that. It's always so nice to play this game. Why would you throw the charge move even though I pressed directly onto the gold? And you saw that perfectly also in the video, but yeah, that's always really cool. Here my opponent is a Blastoise against us. Blastoise is always really decent for a Poliwrath, but here I think like a Shadow one would be better, a Shadow Poliwrath, because he could two-shot it with the Dynamic Punch. Well, here I'm just going to go for a Scald, so I get the debuff on him, and I need three moves anyway, so going for the Scald first is no big issue there. And now I can go for the Dynamic Punch and finish this thing off, and I have Switch advantage. I know he has his Crafty, I don't really care about this because I have the Ninetales in the back. And as long as we can counter whatever he's in the back now, we are fine. It's a Mewtwo, that's a perfect hard counter, and that's gonna be it also for the video. Poliwrath, definitely not as good for me at least than it was before. There's like too many hard counters running around with this thing, sadly. Too many Ninetales, too many, Jellicent, Armored Mewtwo, all the things that you don't really want to face, and I even cut out a lot of battles where I just completely got hard countered from the first Pokemon to the last. So yeah, it was not the best. Here we have some lag because it's the Niantic's beautiful program game. But other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, hope you enjoy your day, and don't stress about anything.